Hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. It's now 2020 and that means my bag needs to change because my needs have changed too. So I thought I'd show you guys what my bag has actually changed to. And to be fair, I've kind of streamlined my bag. I've gotten rid of a load of crap that I don't use and didn't use that much. So yeah, anyway, let's get down to it. So I've kept the same bag, and that is the Low Pro Tahoe, I think I'm pronouncing that right, BP150. I've had this a little while now and it does the job. I mean, I am looking to get a bigger bag so that I can carry more stuff. But this does the job quite well. I'm going to leave links, well, I'll probably leave links to most of this equipment in the comments below, in the description below, if I remember to. I probably won't, to be fair. Hey ho. So what was my main camera has now become my backup camera. That's the EOS 500D. And now you're probably wondering, Alex, where's the battery grip? Well, because I don't use this as much anymore, I don't really need the battery grip anymore because I'm not using it constantly to take pictures. To be fair, ever since I've gone to my newer camera, which I'll get to in a minute, I haven't actually used this. It's kind of been in my bag or in my gear cupboard, just kind of collecting dust. I mean, I dry fired it earlier just to make sure that it still worked. It does, but it's not really come out of my gear cupboard or out of my bag at all. So that's my backup camera, the EOS 500D. Now moving on to my main shooter, which is something that I really enjoyed using the last 2-3 weeks. And it's the main reason as to why my camera bag has had to change so much. It's the 5D Mark II. Now yes, this is an old camera and it's got a shutter count of about, I think it roughly worked out to 120,000 or something like that. I think, well no, it had 130,000 shutter actuations, but it's taken 56,000 photos, and yeah, so it's still got a fairly decent life left in it, and I'm loving it. It's heavier, it has its downfalls, and that is mainly the weight of it, but when I pair it with one of my other lenses, the weight kind of evens out. And to be fair, I've kind of got used to having this now. I've gotten used to the weight. I still obviously know the menu system because I've just gone from Canon to Canon. So yeah, so the Canon 5D Mark II is my main shooter now. It now uses also CF cards, compact flash cards. These I hate. These are so expensive in comparison to SD cards. And it does only have 20 megapixels on its sensor. But for me, 20 megapixels is enough. I don't really like anymore. Because it's a full frame sensor, it's going to be good at low light anyway. And the bigger the pixel, the better low light capabilities. And this was used in a episode of Dr. House, or House, whatever you want to call it, to film the entire episode. And the battery lasts forever, if I can get it out. The battery lasts forever. I've got 2 of them. So I have this one and another one. To be fair, this one doesn't last as long as the other one, even though this is a Canon battery and the other one's not. I suspect that the main reason for this one not lasting as long is because I think it might be the original battery that came with the 5D. So it's a fairly old battery, but it still lasts me quite a long time. I mean, I've been shooting with this today and I'm still on 3 bars of battery, so it's not too bad. And it's metal. Listen, that's metal. It's weather sealed. It's a tough old camera. 5D Mark II. I love it. So the next 2 lenses are mainly for my 5D Mark II, but obviously because they share the same mount, can go into my 500D. And that is the f4 75-300 telephoto. For a start, still a pretty decent lens. There is some chromatic aberration fully zoomed in, but I don't really zoom it in that much. But at full zoom, I mean. I probably go to about 200, 100 to 200, 135 sort of thing. It's a nice lens though. The next one is my favourite lens, and that is the Canon 50 1.8. It's so small, it's really cheap, and it is just a beautiful lens. I mean, if I open it out and just look at that. That needs a clean. Look at that. Let's have a look at that front element. And again, that needs a clean. That is just... If you're wondering why I'm looking down here, it's because I have my iPad focused back in on me. But that is just a beautiful, beautiful lens, and I absolutely love it. Now, there are a few things that I haven't actually included in this video because I just find them quite boring. So there's wires and stuff that I've just not included. Next thing that I have is my hard drive, 1 terabyte. I back everything up on here. It goes in 2 places. It goes on here, and then it goes into my cloud storage. So I have 2 or 3 terabytes of cloud storage, which I've barely tapped into, and then I have one of these 1 terabyte drives. So if one of them fails, whether it be this one or whether it be my cloud storage, I've always got 1 or 2 copies of either photos or videos somewhere that I can access. And then obviously one of the most boring things probably in a camera bag is a power bank. This is, what even is this one? I think this one is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. I don't really know. I just know that it charges my phone up when I need it to, which is very, very rare because my phone's got a big battery anyway. But it does the job. It's made by Anker. I used to use Juice. It's another company, but I just couldn't get along with them, so I stopped using their power banks, their leads, because they just weren't for me. So I now use Anker's, and it's been really good. Another thing that goes in my camera bag, but they come with me basically every day anyway, are my earbuds. Not AirPods, they're wireless earphones that literally just sit in your ear like that. They look like some sort of alien tech. They work well. They were about 50 quid. And yeah, I mean, I'm not really an audiophile, so I don't really mind about good quality music. As long as the bass is good and it sounds okay, then I'm happy. And also, because these were only 50 quid, it's really, really cheap. If they break or if I lose them or whatever, I can just buy some more rather than spending the £200 or £300 on the AirPods and AirPods Pro, and losing them, and yeah. Then I have what I'm using to monitor the focus and everything else on here, and that's my iPad. So I have the iPad 6 with 32 gigabytes. Again, I don't need that much storage on here because I don't really use much storage on the iPad. I edit videos on here, I edit photos on here in Lightroom and stuff like that. Most of that stuff is all held in the cloud, so when I do keep it locally, it doesn't take up that much storage. Now, I was looking at getting the iPad Pro, or just a bigger iPad anyway, but then after looking at my bag's not that big, And plus, for the price, the iPad 6 isn't really all that bad. I mean, it's still an iPad, it still does what I need it to do. It's got a nice big battery, a nice big screen. I stream stuff every now and then if I need to. The battery lasts forever for me. Oh yeah, and one more thing that I keep in my camera bag. It's a little bit hard to show you because I've actually got one here and one over there. I need to go get it. One of these. Let's turn this one off. So you're going to notice some lighting differences now. Just turn this off. So now I've just got... There's literally no more lights on in this room apart from this one light that I've got mounted on my camera. So I've literally got this little light that plugs into the mains. I've got two of them. The one on the camera is being run by a battery, which I love. This one's plugged straight into the mains. I'm going to do a review about these lights later on, but I haven't really got around to doing it. But these are really, really slim, and they just fit in my camera bag really, really well. They're nice and bright. That's what I like. I mean, come on, look at that. They change colour. You can have orange. Well, I say orange, I mean like a yellowy orange. And then you get full-on tungsten. But I'll save that for another video. Anyway guys, thanks for joining me in this video. I've had so many problems recording this video, so a sub would be much appreciated. I never usually ask for subscribers because, yeah. So, it's taken me probably about nearly an hour to record this video. So, I'll see you guys in the next one.